musical beings out there. This is G and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be showing you how to play chords without knowing any music theory in Mixcraft 8. Alright, so of course the DAW of my choice is Mixcraft 8 Pro Studio. This tutorial is due to the request of my friend Gopal a few days ago, so I better heed to that request immediately. It's pretty much easy to do in Mixcraft 8, so without further ado, let's do this. All right. Before we go to playing some chords right now, let me go first to the piano roll editor. Oh, we're actually here already. You just need to click that, and let's just undock this. I need you to understand some parameters on the piano roll. Okay. So the first thing that we need to focus on here is a chromatic section, where it shows the scales in the drum maps. However, there's what we call the major, minor, pentatonic, major, and all the scales here. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to say is that for Mixcraft to understand what scale it is in, and it actually shows you the correct scale, you need to input the scale here first before doing anything yet. Okay, so if you have a new project, I don't know if I articulated it the right way, but if you have a new project, and if you want to if you want your song to be in a scale of C or D, then then you want to use the piano roll editor for playing chords or writing chords, then you have to put the key here first. So the key that I am going to use today is A, because I'm going to use the A minor scale, and then it's actually around 140 beats per minute, so you have to key this first. That's the first thing that you need to do before doing anything. You know, Mixcraft really makes our lives easy when it comes to drawing chords. Okay, so if you go to the chromatic section or the scale section, you would see there A minor, major, pentatonic, major. Now I'm gonna click something here and let me show you what happens. Dorian, pentatonic minor, harmonic minor, mixolydian. You see the keys, the gray ones and the white ones, or the keys, are changing every time you change the scale. Okay, so since we're gonna use A minor scale, since we are in the key of A, let's use minor here. Choose minor. So here it means to say that all the keys that are in white are in the A minor scale. Okay, and all the keys that are grayed out, or that are in gray, are not the keys that you need to work on. Okay, it's something like the ghost notes in FL Studio. It's something to that effect. So that's the reason I was trying to make you understand that you have to put in the scale first, or I'm sorry, that you have to put in the key first on our transport bar before anything else. Let me show you first the notes here. So if you're new to Mixcraft, these are the bars: the first bar, the second bar, the third bar, the fourth bar. Okay, as you'll see here as well on our workstation. So this is the first bar, the second bar, the third bar, the fourth bar. Okay, and then when you go back to the piano roll editor, so we are at the first bar right now. What you need to do is to understand the notes here, how they will visually help you in writing notes and chords. Okay, it used to really confuse me before. So if it's a whole note, then it will draw a whole line on the first bar. Okay, now if it's a half note, it will draw half. So this is the whole bar. It's segregated to, I believe it's 16 notes. If you look at it this way, 16 squares. So the first 4 squares here are the quarter note. So this is one quarter note, second quarter note, third quarter note, fourth quarter note. So if it's a half note, then expectantly it's gonna draw a half line. Okay, now it's if it's a quarter note, then it's gonna draw a line covering 4 squares. All right, and then if it's a one, it's if it's an eighth note, then it's gonna draw a line covering 2 squares. If it's a 16th note, then 1 square, and if it's a 32nd note, then it's gonna be half of the square. Or you can, and if it's in your perspective, you're having a hard time using the piano roll editor this way, then you can expand this. Yeah. Okay. All right, so that's pretty much easy. Then if you you still don't understand, and if you're still confused, then you can go back and just play the video again to this part. All right, so let's draw some chords right now. The trick that I'm going to show you in order for you to play or to write chords without any music theory at all, as long as you know the key where you are in, is the rule of 3 and 4. I just call it the rule 3/4, because I'm going to show you the triads here. Okay, when you write the chords, I'm going to show you triads. So this is how it works. Let's go to the root note, which is A. So this is A. Sorry, let's use the whole part and the whole note. So this is A. Now, for you to write the second note, you have to count 3 notes above the root note. So this is 1, 2, and 3. You just have to count the Y keys, and then the 4th note is the second note. Okay, and then the 3rd note will be 4 notes in between the 2nd and the 3rd note. So you just count 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so this is the first chord. So the first note, or the root note, 1, 2, and 3. Then the second note, then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then the 3rd note. Now, since we are on the key in the key of A minor, okay, and you can use the other and you can use the white keys here. Do not use the black ones or the gray ones. So let's just okay, the metronome is already good, so let's just play this one. Okay, so that's A minor. Okay, now what I'm gonna do here is just or you can since you have the first chord here, you can now play around the next notes or the next chord, which is here. It's a D5. I'm gonna work downwards. Okay, so it's 4 free. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the second note, then 1, 2, 3. Then the next note. Okay, so on the first chord I worked upward. Then the second chord I worked downward. Now on the next chords you can work downwards or upwards. It doesn't matter, as long as the first part of the chord is 3 notes between the first and the second chord, and then 4 notes in between the second and the third chord. Third notes. Okay, I'm gonna do something here. Dun. Dun. Okay, we've already made um we've already made some chord patterns here, so some chord progressions here. So very good. Now the next thing that we're gonna do is make some melodies. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the white keys here at the top. Okay, and let's just draw some melodies here. Mm. Uh, so when you're writing melodies, there are some people who write melodies with all with lots of notes on it. It depends on your perspective. Okay, when I write melodies, I tend to have this kind of style. So this is the style that I want. Okay, I'm not really into melodies that with lots of notes. So it depends on you. Okay, so once you're done with your melody and you're good with your chords, okay, you just need to put some drum loops here. So let's try to do one right now. Just right, so I hope you learned a lot from this lesson. Just experiment on other keys as well, and as well on other scales. Just make sure that you put in the right key first and the BPM before you do anything on the piano roll editor. All right, okay, so I hope you learned a lot. Please stay tuned on my next video. Please just watch the first video I made for this year, is how to make reverb, the reverb reverse trick for vocals. It's really good. It's something that you need to really do on your pop production as well. And so, and also please stay tuned to our next song, Insane. It's gonna be on Spotify soon, so I hope you like it. I hope you like this lesson. Cheers. See you then. Have a great day. Bye bye.